On a digital quest each day, finding Upland news and NFTs to trade away. From blockchain gated to PC delights, navigating the virtual world amidst countless bytes.
Hola! Here we go. Welcome to the 86th episode of More Cheese in the Metaverse Show, where I talk about Upland and other Metaverse news. But before we start, let's remember we are here to have fun. None of this is financial advice. Viewer discretion is advised. I am joined here with CityPigeon. Thank you for coming on the show. He's going to be the guest host with the most.
Thank you for having me.
And this was very last minute, so I do appreciate it. We were talking about the track racing from Upland. We'll be getting into that below soon. But first, let's talk about cross city collections. Let's get that out of the way. Let me share my screen. You'll see how I do this. Wah, 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 wah. Share. Here we go. All right, let me make this a little bigger. Oh. Boom. Look at that. All right. So I take Upland stuff, their articles. They've been getting a little better with the fluff. You know, they've been doing their articles on Twitter recently, so that's really good. I like that. Let's just see. Hey, King Cody. Hey, Shaq. Hey, Diabri. Hey, Six Wigs. Look at that. Oh, my beautiful people. The beautiful people. Oh, and I squirrel a lot, so I'm really sorry about that. But I got this at a flea market. Isn't this cute? It's like a little dragon.
Oh.
It's one of Khaleesi's. She let me borrow it. So that's really cool of her. I like that. All right. Cross City Collections. So you guys remember this. They had the Cross City Collections. They're returning permanently to Upland. I actually thought they were permanent, which is good that they now are permanent. I had a lot of fun filling those out. So if you guys aren't aware of this, go to your collections and start filling them out. I have the UpXLand subscription, but I don't think they have this in there yet, which is really sad because I had to go through all my properties and see which ones were the best. Did you know this was a thing, City?
Yep. Yes,
look at you.
Yes, I did. I put mine in, and I'm going to give you a tip when putting them in, especially when you're doing the world and you're doing every single property you have. Try to find the one in the city you have the most properties first, because once you put that property from that city, you cannot put another one in, and it takes all those off the list.
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. Thanks for saying that, because I would have definitely forgot. Like, I did notice that because I was I thought it was me, and like I'm just old and silly, and I'm like, wait, where's the rest of my Manhattan properties? Like I had a lot more than this, and then I'm like, okay, wait, maybe it's just one for each. So thank you for saying that. That's definitely.
But you can do like a Manhattan in your world and then a Manhattan in your east. But it's just per collection, you can only have it one per city.
That's true. So here, the upcoming city which are here, not upcoming, they're here city collections. You have the World Traveler, own a property in 5 different cities, which CityPigeon said, just make sure you pick the one that you want, because then they won't show you anymore in that one place. Eastern Nomad, own 3 properties in 3 different cities on the East Coast. Western, same thing, but the West Coast, and Central, same thing, but Central USA. And then I have these starter bundles. Have you dipped your toes into any of this?
I've done all mine.
No, the starter bundles.
Oh, no. I didn't do the starter bundles. I did a couple of the premium bundles, trying to get one of the private airports. This was before I won the Genesis plane, but that was trying to get, everybody wanted a terminal.
That's awesome. I remember you won the Genesis plane. That's so cool. So did they give those out yet?
Not yet. They had built the aviation factory, and then I think something was wrong, and they had to tear it down and rebuild it again.
Oh my gosh!
And it just finished building a few days ago.
Oh, nice.
And the planes are in production. I think there's like 24, 25 days left until the planes are completed.
Ooh, all right. That's cool.
I don't know how it's all going to work, but when I do get it, I'm going to do a video on the first aviation trip in the plane, so that way everybody can see how it works.
Nice. We're gonna have a party in the plane, flying to Miami in first class. That's really cool. What is the best one? Oh, all right. Let's see. So these introducing the new starter bundles. I guess these are really good for people just coming in. They could get a nice little discount. There's
Yeah, it gives you 3 properties in the various cities, which I didn't need, so that's why I didn't do any of them.
Yeah, they have them in the cities that 3 properties in various cities. I didn't put this here. I forgot that, I guess. But is it like Kansas, Vegas, the other one?
Let's see.
Nantucket? No, there's no Nantucket. I'm just kidding.
It was. I've got to look at the thing. Let's see.
It was the ones in the middle, I feel
right.
Like. Let me get out of here and see.
I'm trying to look.
Nashville. Was it Nashville? One of them? Let me just go into the thing.
It was. Yeah, that's the easiest way. That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, here we go. Arlington.
Trying to read it on the.
Oh, so yeah, I was wrong. It's Arlington, Kansas City, Las Vegas, and Dallas. And there's a 7.5% chance of receiving a premium, high-value property. The properties will be delivered to the person who completes this purchase.
And I think I saw somewhere somebody posted about what the properties on the more expensive properties, they got a response back, should be between 75,000 upticks and 150,000 upticks.
Oh, wow. All right.
That's if you get one of the premiums, because somebody sent in the support asking the question of what makes a premium on these.
So what's the worst case scenario? Do you know? You get something for like $5,000. Hey, Zola.
I mean, hopefully they're doing at least 50% mint, since that's what most of the other ones are.
Yeah.
I guess worst case scenario would be under that.
Well, I guess for $23, it's not terrible. Well, no, it is terrible. It is terrible. I feel like for $23, you should at least have maybe a $40,000 UpX value altogether.
Yeah, that between 40 and 50 minimum. And is what I'd suggest. I would
exactly
guess.
Yeah, like a minimum of that worth. I know I bought one of the bundles before. It wasn't this, but it was for like it was for something else. I can't remember. I need to stop taking sandwiches. You know what sandwiches mean, right?
I pretty much discussed that.
So yeah, no registration needed. Properties are delivered directly after purchase, initial release of 1,000 bundles, and then they're going to continuously replenish as they sell out. So it'll be like a regular thing that goes on.
which is kind of good because hopefully they're hitting some of these cities they're trying to mint out.
Yeah.
So I'm all for let's get some of these cities minted out.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know like Arlington, Dallas. We said Kansas, right?
Yes, Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas needs help.
Arlington is pretty much maxed out. I think that's where you'd probably get some of your premiums because the only thing left in Arlington are some of the bigger properties.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So that's true. That is where you would get the premium, and that's that actually did really well because that's where Upland Kingdom started, right? Like they started in Texas.
No, Kingdoms initially was Los Angeles, Vegas. I think they had an Arlington, and
like before they went like and expanded. I think they started in Texas. I don't know. This was like over a year ago.
Yeah, I haven't been in Kingdoms too often since.
I think I missed Texas because I was saving up for something else, and then Kingdoms came out, and I was like, oh man, I have to get Texas now. Like if I don't mint it, nothing on Texas, definitely nothing on Texas, but if I don't mint it, I'm just like, but then I was like, oh, this is not really minted yet. So, but that was a long time ago. Arlington was Poema, but also one of the first kingdoms. All right. Highland. Oh yeah, Highland Park in Dallas. That was it.
Oh.
That was it. Ugh, let me just get comfortable. All right. All right. So let's get into the spicy Chihuahua disruptors. Oh my gosh. But I know. This is why I got you on the show. This guy, he's got a lot to say about this. But all right. So all right, let me just start because there's going to be good, there's going to be bad, but in total, it's going to be positive because you know me, you know how I am.
Right.
So before we talk about disruptors, let's go over quickly the Track Hero game to kind of get people into the know. So Track Hero game at LaSalle Stadium. Do I have this where you can see everything? There we go. All right. Upland has launched the LaSalle Monument Experience featuring the Track Hero game. Track Hero is a runner game. You don't need a vehicle. And City told me this earlier. That's actually what makes this game so great, that you don't need anything to access it or, well,
just an avatar.
Just an avatar. That's it. Yep. Competitive edge. Players will participate in staked races coming soon. Well, it's here to win UPICs with daily, weekly, and seasonal leaderboards. LaSalle Stadium serves as a gathering place for players to meet, collaborate, host events, watch races, and shop. Monument significance. The stadium is the first of Upland's monuments, bringing iconic landmarks into the game with customized gamification experiences for their owners. Stop squirreling me. Owner collaboration. Abdullah, the owner of LaSalle Stadium, collaborated closely with Upland and Nowhere teams to create this unique experience. Boop. Now let's get.
Well, going back into, which is another, I think, important point, you do not actually have to travel to LaSalle to do it. It's just like any of the other cafes. You just need to go to it on the map and click, and you go in. So don't think you have to fly to LaSalle in order to participate in Track Hero.
Exactly. It's as easy as going to the plaza or the Left House Theater. You just click that little magnifying glass on the bottom right, go to cafes, go to LaSalle, bada bing, bada boom, you're there.
Because there were a lot of people confused in that.
Yeah, I know. Like, you don't have to travel all the way around the world if you're in the U.S. and you don't have to travel, because that's a long flight. That's like, yeah. Let's see. All right, now see, here we go. We got the poop monster. Summon a giant poop monster and obscure 2 random racers' views. Now, this is hilarious because I thought that this was going to be like Mario Kart. Like the only people that can use these are the ones on the racetrack. But CityPigeon reminded me that this is not for them. This is for the people on the sidelines.
Correct.
And that's weird. That is so weird.
So if you're running in the race, you can't, throw poop at somebody and obstruct their view to make a benefit for you in the race. It's the people sitting around watching the race are the ones who can disrupt a race.
And that is weird. Now, the one thing I like about it is that it's random. So you can't pick on anyone individually. But at the same time, I would get so aggravated. Like, I can see, like, you are really good at this. You have been practicing. You put the time in. You told me your wife doesn't like it.
No.
But, so how do you feel about this?
I don't like it because, like, they just kicked it back since the Freedom Fest contest is over, where the buy-ins for the races are 100, 1,000, and 5,000 UPICs. If I'm in a race where I staked 5,000 UPICs and all of a sudden somebody on the outside throws poop or does the octopus, and it literally, like, it blocks your screen like this, so you can't see anything on the track, and you start stumbling. And that can really, if that puts you from where you could be in first to you're out of position, you don't get anything back. That really sucks.
It does suck. I feel like this may be for practice races, or they have specified race. Like, when you go to a speedway, and you can specify with AI, with carts, with cars. Like, they should have a with poop specification, because this makes me not want to do any competitive racing mistakes personally.
And even though you say you can't specifically pick one person, but like with the poop storm where it interferes with 6 people, there's only 8 people per race.
Yeah.
And you're not always racing with 8 full people. So that would affect every single person in the race.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Now, what would you say? And people in the audience, please, like, participate on this question. How would you take this and make it better? The store where the disruptors, like, how would it be, like, instead of the whole screen? This is my take on it. Maybe you just have little tiny poops raining down where you could still see the map, and all it is like maybe a distraction or something. Like, how would you make it better?
So, Morchis, did you watch that video that I told you about? Did you see how,
like all up in the with the ninjas?
Yes.
I watched their thing, and they showed it, and there was one where it wasn't that bad. I forgot which one
the
it
octopus
was.
with the little black spot.
Yeah.
Yes.
That wasn't so bad, but the one with the huge poop, like, there's no getting around that one.
No, there isn't. The tornado is not so bad where it just, like, it goes by and shuffles the things on the track, because it's just like a quick vroom goes by and you have to react.
Yeah.
But the poop is just, it's insane. It's insane.
So maybe Upland take away the poop, or make it rain like little poops. Look at that. Exactly.
Yes.
Cheers.
Jacqueline said it perfectly.
That was perfect. Now, besides this, there's some other issues with the game, with the racing. and I'm gonna give my notes first. I usually put them at the end, but I'm gonna do it first. Although this is a very awesome and exciting, there have been a lot of complaints about people losing UPIX due to glitching. Below are some quotes from players. Even though there are some negatives, there's still a lot of positives. Nowhere created a great opportunity for people to participate in these races without the need for a vehicle or having to invest a lot of money, which is very positive. As the game progresses and the glitches are taken care of, I feel Track Hero will be as popular as Speedway racing in the future. Remember, without the negative feedback and constructive criticism, nothing will ever grow to its full potential. With this in mind, Upland, here are some of the quotes from players. And these are all anonymous. My experience of Track Hero has been the same as everything they've tried, and nowhere. It just doesn't seem to work on my phone. Get offered potato mode, and then it just white screens, chucks me out. Anyway, my phone isn't new, but it's not ancient either. And in my opinion, their entire iOS app needs an overhaul.
Okay, I'm going to go on.
Oh, yeah.
Track Hero is a data hog. It will drain your phone. You do just a few races and you're at 100%, you're down to 50%. It requires a lot. It is definitely much better if you can do Track Hero to do it on a PC than on your phone.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did it in PC when it first came out, when the announcement came out. And it put me into potato mode right away. And like, I'm a gamer, like I'm like 3080 GTX baby. So yeah, but I do hear you. Like if you can try to do this on a computer, not the phone.
But when it first came out, we were all having issues with that internet at Genesis Week.
Oh yeah. No, well, I didn't play it. Did it come out? Oh, that's right. It did come out there. I didn't play it then.
You didn't play it then?
I played it when the announcement came in the Upland Discord. Maybe a week or two
ago.
Okay. So yeah, maybe I'm later than I think I am. I'm not early at all. Jeez. But here's the next one. I suggest only practice mode until you can consistently get speeds near the top 10 to 20 players on a leaderboard. Really no point in racing competitively for UPIX if you can't beat the other guy you're racing. LOL. Frankly, I'm not really a fan of the model of betting against another player. I like games that are a bit more directional and controllable, like treasure hunting with Track Hero. I'm going to be betting. Not only do I have to have a pretty good skills, but I have to analyze whether my opponents are about at my level or less than my level, which is true. It doesn't have like with the cars, you get to choose. Some cars are faster than others, yada yada. I guess it's a little harder to do it like this right now. I guess as things go and they do track people's speed, they can kind of better align you with someone, maybe.
Maybe if they start like a scoring of you've done so many races, I don't know. That would be something hard to figure out.
Exactly. Because then I'll come in and I'll do my worst just so I can get on that lower end calculation so I can be great later on.
And then, those of us that have those top times up there, you have to remember, we didn't just race once.
Yeah.
We've raced. And there's many races where you can mess up a lot. And even though someone who normally puts up like a 110 to 115 second race is now at a 130 to 140 race, depends on how it goes.
Yeah.
There's some obstacles when you hit an obstacle, it drops you right back on top of another obstacle, which then pushes you back even further.
That's true. Yeah.
So if you hit the wrong obstacle, you can really devastate your time.
That's true. I didn't think of that. Because hitting that camel will then mess you up for if there's a hurdle right after it, if you're not quick enough, or if you fall. Like, yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's see. All right, I think it's a fantastic addition to Upland. Beautiful layout, fun playability, feels real and authentic in a metaverse sense. Downsides: glitching. Epic staking model can feel like gambling, maybe too competitive at the moment for recreational play. One minor downside that I feel just feels a bit awkward to me is why Abdul is not playing or being more vocal about the game in his stadium. Well, that's an opinion. That's an opinion. I've done Track Hero twice, only because Name sent me to K-Opix to try it out. I was third on my first race, and my character didn't leave the starter circle on the second race, so I left. I couldn't do anything. With the addition of poop to run through, I have no intention on ever going back. So, yeah, I like the fact that the track is always changing up. Now, this is a good point because I thought that the track stayed the same.
No.
I thought it stayed the same. This is actually a really good point. A really good positive thing.
Every couple races, I mean, you might get the same track like twice in a row, but usually by the third time, it switches it all up,
it
randomizes it every time.
That's good. That's good because I thought it was the same. Makes the races more exciting and not the same thing over and over. There have been many glitches. I have video of the glitches too. Pass that on to the team running the race, Hero. Oh, yeah. So, all right, we have these negatives, but let me take that away. But it just started, right?
Right.
Nowhere is starting. They're only going to get better. They do still have the practice mode next to the stake mode.
Correct. You can practice you don't have to stake Upix to race. That was for the Freedom Fest competition where you had to stake. Another thing I will say, a lot of the people from nowhere have been in the space speaking with the people, getting feedback. They do have players that they'll throw in there to race just the practice race with other people. They won't race the staked races, but they are in there and trying to find out what they can do to do better and trying to get feedback from us who are racing. The guy Max was in there a bunch of times.
Yeah.
He's the CEO of Nowhere. And from a lot of the people that we raced together, we all talked with him at different times. We didn't all talk to them at once. So it goes to show that they are trying to learn and find out what's going on with it.
And that's important. That's really good. Yeah, I've seen him on different shows and whatnot, and I've talked to him a few times, and he's a really cool guy. And my take on the Abdullah thing, and I know this word is a dirty word in the Upland metaverse, but he's an investor. Like, this is not something he really has to get too involved in. All he has to do is reap the benefits. Basically, it's Nowhere. I'm sure maybe him and Nowhere, they have their back and forth about ideas and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like you said, it's a Nowhere thing. They're going to be there. They're the ones to really talk to and yada, yada. Just because like you invest in something, you don't really have to actively participate in it, in my opinion. But everybody's entitled to their opinions as well, of course. And I try to get everyone's opinions out there so they feel like they're heard. And another positive thing, and why Mr. Man CityPigeon here is on the show, is he came to me with a really great idea. He has a new Discord. You have something coming out, CityPigeon's racing project. Talk more on this, please, if you can.
Well, the Discord channel of the Upland Garage is with Crowley27 and I. And we are trying to get more people into the regular racing competitions. They do have the URL Discord where they're more of your top score cars and top racers, but we're trying to get more like the karts and the basic cars that more people have to try and get circuit racing to the regular person. Even like with the Upland racing, the circuits, it's just for tier one cars. Well, we feel a lot of other people are being left out of being able to get into circuits and race competitively with what they have without having if you want a stock car pro, you'd have to shell out $1,600. A lot of people aren't going to do that.
Yeah.
But if we could do, karts is one of the big things that's coming out where more and more people are producing karts. So they're going to have a lot more people that have the opportunity to race with karts and not have to put as much of an investment in with that. We're also possibly thinking of doing a track hero circuit where we get a bunch of people and see who's doing the best in that. We're just throwing this on the ground about 2 months ago, and we're trying to get our base in there and getting more people active in the racing. So, and that's Upland Garage.
This is Upland Garage. This is their Discord link. Those who are watching in comments can just click on it or copy paste it from the comments section. Or if you're, watching somewhere else, you got to type that sucker in. I'll have it in the YouTube description, so it'll be easily accessible once I pretty up my YouTube later on tonight. But here you go. They have different classes here you could choose from. So this just came about. Like, when did this start? Like a couple days ago or a couple weeks ago?
No, we started this about 2 months ago.
All right.
And we're, like I said, we're getting more and more people in. We're reaching out. There are a lot more. Once you get approved for what cars you have, those tabs will open up for possible races. So if you have like a cart and you say, hey, I have a cart, then one of your settings will be you now have a cart that you can race in, and other people will jump in and say, hey, we're trying to race karts. Let's get some people together. One of the things with racing, a lot of it with the season challenges, that's when racing becomes a little bit more active. Since right now there's nothing going on, racing's kind of dead. And we're trying to get that off-season racing for those of us or anyone that enjoys racing to keep it going. Because you go in, you jump in, you look, and there's no races going.
I'm just trying to see this because she's saying that it's taking me to the MITM Discord instead of... Wait, it takes me to the garage, Shaq, if I click the link in the YouTube. Is it doing that for anybody else? I just want to make sure your Discord link is there so people can join.
No, let me see.
Yeah, click that and just make sure.
Yeah, no, that's here you go. Yeah, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send you the link.
Oh, you can put it. You could. Oh, you can't put it in chat.
No.
All right.
That was a different link.
All right. Let's see. Boop. 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 All right. Thank you. Thank you, Shaq. Just to make sure, all right. That way we could be more than positive it's right. So let me ask you a question. Can you see yourself taking the the Track Hero game and like letting people, like using it as your own sort of thing, like letting people run in practice, but yet you have it where you're seeing the results and you give like prizes and competitions based off of that?
That's what we're trying to do, or we're hoping to, if we can get enough people involved in it.
I think
Um,
you will. I think
uh,
you will. Like to make it so that they can compete without staking, like to stay in the practice rounds or even go to the staking, but probably stay in the practice rounds and then offer prizes there as well. You're basically taking it as your own and being like entrepreneurial with it.
it's and that's what we're trying to throw around to figure out how we can do it. And if we need to get some people saying they have an interest in it before we can really like put the pen to the paper and get it exactly how it needs to be.
Mhm.
Once again, if there's no interest in it, there's no point in going with it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm not interested in competing with poop being thrown at me. But if somebody created their own version, their own rules, and said, "Hey, go into the practice round," or Nowhere and Abdullah and Upland created ways to kind of rent a race, like you have.
I've spoke with Max from Nowhere
Oh,
on that,
talk on
and
that.
there are. He says they can set up private events.
Nice.
It has to be worked through with Upland, but like I said, before I start opening those doors and seeing, I'm asking the questions, but I hate to say I don't want to put a lot into it if it's just going to be crickets.
I don't know if it will. I kind of feel like if you put the effort in and people see that and you are working with the guy Max from Nowhere, and you have this private area and you can customize it, like as long as you're able to customize it in a way where, like, let's say when legits are coming, sparklets coming, we can create our own legits, we can create our own, you can create your own disruptors or not disruptors, like something else, like maybe cosmetics, like advertisements, like I feel like Upland dropped the ball a little bit. Like, I would pay a decent amount of money to put more cheese in the metaverse pixel palace, or watch more cheese in the metaverse go across the screen while people are racing. I would pay for that instead of a big piece of poop going in their face. Like, why would I want them to get angry when I can advertise myself, right? Like, why not offer advertising to the upland community, especially those like you and me and Shaq and Goldie and others that are putting themselves out there and working hard and creating stuff. Like, I would shop for that in a heartbeat.
Right.
I would pay as much as 20,000 if I can get like like, let's say a few of them. Let's say you buy 5 advertisements, you could customize it. You go in there, customize it, and it goes on a screen, stays for like maybe 5 seconds, and then goes away.
Just like in a real stadium.
Yes,
You see the
yes,
banner scroll, and you'll see
yes.
like, you know, XYZ company, and it stays up for 10 seconds, and then this company, and it just rotates.
I mean, I'm so full of these ideas, but I stopped sending any DMs because I don't get any answers back. I really feel like they should.
A lot of us are like that.
Like, I feel like they really need. Hey Keith, hey KO.
Hey,
I feel like they really do need, like, I don't know if people remember when we were in Vegas, I was in the offices talking to Helly and I said, why don't you get like kind of like groups together? to give ideas. They used to do it with the UCM broadcasters. They don't do it anymore. They used to tweet us. They don't do that anymore. I have 16 people watching me. I'm talking about Upland. We're talking about important stuff, right?
And who best to listen to than your people that are your community?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when was the last time we voted on anything?
Exactly. Exactly. They got us in vaults. They're experimenting on what? I'm vault 666. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, seriously, I feel like there can be a lot of great ideas. Maybe, next week I'll try to get Nowhere on here and we could discuss this, with them, or instead of coming on the show, maybe we can have like just a brainstorm session sort of thing. Like I don't, like, I am here for them. I just want to help. If I have a lot of money invested in Upland, I will take the time to give you my ideas.
Well,
right?
And like I said, I just spoke with Max 2 days ago, and so I didn't really have a lot of time to talk with him. I did get his info, and I am going to get back with him on that. And like I said, we're in the brainstorm of it.
You guys need another brainstormer. Tap me on the shoulder, please.
It's new, so it's trying to figure out what's allowed, what's not allowed, and more than anything, we just want to draw up the interest. We want people to stay active, involved in it, and have things to do.
Yeah, and like I mean, that was a great idea. Like, sometimes things just don't occur to you until other people bring it up. And like our conversation earlier today was like, wow, I never even thought about, treating it like a speedway where you make your own custom stuff and you bring people to you. And if you talk to Max from Nowhere and he said that's something he could work on, like maybe get a few other people who's interested in doing it. That way it's not just you, and it can spread. And once it spreads, then it becomes lucrative. Then it becomes something that you don't have to go in on your own. There's other people doing it. It's a lot easier now. It's a lot more known to people. So is it hard to get a team? Like when you go in there, is it hard to get a team going?
For the staked races, it was you'd have to go in sitting there and hope people come around. And that was one of the reasons why, like on the Upland Garage, we added the Track Hero tab. So that way we can say, hey, we're trying to race. And it gets it out there. Like if you get a couple people all at the same time. I mean, I was posting in the feed, I was posting on Discord, Upland Discord. Hey, want to race? And people are like, no. And needing 3 people, it was hard to pull teeth to get 3 people there.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
Want to find something to bring some excitement into it. And I mean, really, they were giving away 25 carts to the top 25 racers.
That's awesome.
So
it's a good prize.
That was a great prize. And the top 10 people got an UPX prize. So, I mean, Upland really pushed a lot out to push people towards this, and it almost seemed like it fell flat. So
I mean, they have like I don't want to say too much, but they have their broadcasters out there trying to make a difference, but we need that assistance as well, This is my hobby. I don't do this for a living. I do this for fun. Yeah, this is my shits and giggles moment. Like I've never done this before until I did the wine and cheese, And then even before that, I never thought I would do it. And now I'm addicted to it. It's fun. I'm not doing it for payment. But
Yeah, I know.
at least sweet. At least sweet.
I
But yeah.
just made 2 years, and I went deep in.
Yeah.
I got addicted to it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy how interesting things. Oh, I have some notes here. Hold on. Let me bring this back up. So here's some notes that I wrote down. Boop. Where is it? Here we go. All right. So this is the last weekend of Genesis season. So get your gamified earnings before it's too late. Here is a link. I'll put this in the chat.
Yep, you 3 more days.
3 more freaking days, people.
3 more days.
And then, this is for dividends. This is important. You want this. You want to get at least 5 of these. Some of them are extremely easy. You don't have to get them all unless you're Shaq and you're amazing. Wait, Shaq.
I got all of them.
She does all of them. Like most of the time, she will do all of them. She is a force to be reckoned with. Have you done all of them?
I've done all of them every season.
Wow! Like I'm always impressed when I hear that. I'm so impressed when I hear that. The friend referral, that's a hard one because I talk to my friends. I don't talk to my family. Screw them. But I talk to my friends, and they're like, "Metaverse, crypto, get away from me! I don't get away. Let's talk about something else." So, good on you. I'm impressed. I'm extremely impressed with that.
I strategically have all my Spark builds set to end on August 5th for the ones that you need to have, because that's been a consistent for the past 3 was 5 builds. Yeah. And I make sure they're 5 different builds in 5 different cities. So that way, however they spin the builds, I'm good.
She didn't do it this time. But she's kicking ass in the building decor. I always call it building decor because I always forget what it's called. Structure ornaments. There's that one thing where you have to do the structure ornaments on the collection properties or something.
Yeah. They had the Genesis structure ornament. It's structure ornaments. That's right.
Well, the next thing is Queensridge, Las Vegas was completely minted out by Cryptoland 21.
Oh, that's who it was?
Yeah, Cryptoland 21. So it's very beautiful too. Let me go over there. Let me see if I could just transfer.
That was definitely something everyone's like, who bought it? Who did it? Who did it?
I know who did it and ran.
And everyone's asking me, can you check the blockchain and see what like, man, I looked. I don't see anything. It just all said it was just like a new mint city. It said null. It didn't say reserved for anybody.
Let's see. Upland. Share. All right. Oh, it's easy enough to... Oh, look at how far away from everything it is.
Yeah, it's out there.
Wow, that's pretty cool, actually. It's like, screw you guys. my own little island.
I was about to say the same thing. I got my own Upland Island.
Get off my lawn. That's actually pretty cool. Like, so I'm wondering. Sorry, I am Sneezy McSneezerstons. I'm wondering what he's gonna do with this, because
is it? Yeah, it's minted, so he kept it.
Yeah, let's see. All right, here we go.
Because I think you had the option of keeping it or doing a city release of your own, and
he minted it out completely. So I'm wondering if he's going to make this something. And if so, I'm really excited to see. I'm extremely excited. Look at this. There's this big bad bitch right here. What is like 21,435 property size? That's crazy.
You might actually be able to build one of those extra large factories there.
Oh yeah. Easy peasy, easy peasy, breezy, lemon squeezy, and all of it. But this is cool. This was something that I was like, wow. It's a cute little
I
area,
hate to throw it out there. I hope I'm not giving them any ideas, but if those properties are going to be included with treasure hunting, if he maxes them out, they're going to be people not happy.
Oh, well, do you think it will be? But it will be so far away. That would be.
It's
I
out
would
there.
pay max fee because then that's an easy get. Like if you're doing treasure hunting and you're like around here, let's say you start over here and it's pointing that way, you know it's going to be there. And then it's not really that hard to find it.
Yeah, but still he's got the market over there. You have no option.
Yeah, that's true.
And
let's see.
If he's got it set to 30.
All right.
Which is base.
That's not bad. It's all about the base.
I mean, look, if I bought the neighborhood and you didn't allow people to send over there and be able to collect send fees, I would be really upset.
That's true. That's a great point. We need somebody to start treasure hunting in Vegas and see if it's open. I feel like that's pretty much the only way. Who in here, the 18 people who are watching me right now, who treasure hunts in Vegas? And if you do, can you see if it sends you over there every so often? Because there were times, I don't remember, this was a long time ago because I started back in March. I want to say 2021. And when treasure hunting was a thing back then, I remember it kind of took us to Kitty Cat Island at times. I don't know if you said you were doing it for two. Is it its own neighborhood? Oh.
Is it its own city?
Is it its own city?
No, because it's part of, I don't know. I know it's its own neighborhood.
Yeah, its own neighborhood.
Why would it not be part of Las Vegas?
Well, unless he meant he doesn't treasure hunt in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Perhaps. But it's a part it's a part of Las Vegas. Yeah, so it's definitely a part of Las Vegas. But
is that well, I don't know. A part and a space part are two different words.
King Cody! What do you mean?
Is it separate? I mean, is it part of the Las Vegas city? We know it's its own neighborhood. I haven't been to Vegas in a while. I mostly stay in Queens, even though I do have quite a number of properties in Vegas. That was my start city.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yep. My home address is in Sunrise.
I think I have a Sunrise right there.
Yep.
That's the Mesme Nomadan. Nomadan? Mesme.
Yeah. She's pushing hard to make Sunrise a big node. I will say I give her props. If you're over there trying to do any builds, she will help you out with Spark, and they are trying to build important. That out. Yeah.
I know I spent a pretty penny on Bronxdale. But it's worth it. It's really worth it. And it took time, but it's coming along. I'm 4th place in the neighborhood rating thing. I was trying for May because it's my birthday. I didn't really think anything would happen, but it was a really good push. Now I'm in 4th place. And I think I'm ready. I opened more meta ventures. Let's just show how beautiful it is. I'm in Brooklyn now. I was picking up some stuff from another MetaVenture. Sometimes I go around and I support people. But then it's like, I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be giving these out. And then I fall in love with them. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe not. But this is me. These are all the MetaVentures. I have my stuff. I got Ace in there. I got my new vehicle for my cheesy carts. There's more over here.
You see, I told you, everybody's making carts now. That's why we're trying to get kart racing going.
Oh yeah, yeah. And did you see it? They shared it in Genesis Week. The More Cheese Cart when D-Tech was on stage with Jason and Uplando, and they were showing all his work because he was my partner in that.
I don't remember.
But yeah, I love my little place here, and he did up his little area so good. He always has the, and these are his.
All right, that's the UFO on top. Okay, I was wondering, like, is that the Space Needle? What is that?
It looks like one of those push things on a turkey.
Oh.
All right, let's go back. There's one more thing on my Word document. I really need to learn how to do slides on here. I feel like Jim from Too Stupid from Epic Podcast does it like that. Window, boop, boop. There was one interesting thing that came out, and it's this Cosmic Tantra Yoga and Meditation. This is going to be in the plaza on Sunday, July 14th, 10 a.m. EST. So for us PT peeps, well, you're not PT, but for us PT peeps, it's 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7 a.m. I don't know about that on a Sunday, but I guess that's the best time to do your yoga. I don't know. I don't exercise. It's going to be in the City Center Plaza. And like CityPigeon said before, you do not have to go there. All you have to do is go to the bottom right, the magnifying glass, click it, go to cafes, go to the City Center Plaza, and bada bing, bada boom, you're right there. You just need a Ready Player Me. That's very easy to set up. Boom. Boom. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you play any other metaverse games?
I do not. I see you have the pixel updates.
I do. Like
I hear so many people about pixels, but
I don't usually do that. It's mostly Upland, but I'm like, this just came out. It's pretty cool. They have a new quest. They went into their chapter 2. It's a fun. It reminds me of Stardew Valley.
What I see when I've been in servers when watching people talk about it and get it going, it reminds me of the original Legend of Zelda.
Yes, I've played that. Do you get your little Triforce and then you move the rocks. I love that type of game. I've been gaming since I was like 5 with my Atari ColecoVision. That's how old I am.
We had the Pong that was on it was one console with 2 knobs on both sides. And you had to face each other and stare at the screen like this to the side and play Pong.
That's the one where like it's like
just the 2 balls, 2 things in the ball. That's what I grew up with. That was the first.
That was my first when I first found GIMP, which is like the poor person's Photoshop. That was my first task on there, was to make that Pong thing. I didn't do it great. Let me see if I could actually find it in my GIFs. Some people call it GIF. Here, I found it. I found it. Let me just do this real quick. Oh my God, I get so squirreled. My gosh. Share. Window. Here we go. Share. So this is the beginning of my little pixel art journey. You could see if let me see if I can make it bigger. You can see like the little squares of pixels. And then what I did was it was a bunch of layers. So you have it where it's just static, it's just staying still, and then you duplicate that, and then you move one of the things up, then you duplicate that, and then you move the other thing down, and then you just do it like an old school cartoon, and then you turn it into a GIF. Like you turn all of that into a GIF with a GIMP, and that's how I started. This was my first ever GIF, and I was just staring at it forever, and I'm just like, wow. Like, what else can I do with this? And now you've seen my art. Have you seen my 4th of July NFT I did?
No, I did not.
I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show it to you.
If it's about fireworks, would probably like it.
Oh yeah. Yes, you're gonna love it. Cause baby, you're a firework.
That's my other money hobby is fireworks.
Now I made this whole thing, and I actually live arted. Where's my? Here we go. I never get to show off, so it's really awesome that.
That's almost like the back of my BE.
Oh yeah.
The back of my BE is got the red and blue fireworks blowing up.
Let me see. Where did I put it? It was a before picture. Here it goes. All right, let me change to here. Stop, present. Yeah, I really have to figure this out because share. So you see, this is the progress pic. This is how it started. And then from here on, I did the rest. I do my art live in my Discord, More Cheese and Metaverse, the MITM one I invited you to earlier. And you can see me do the art. You can see me fill it in, like create it from scratch, fill it in. I did do a live on YouTube once. There's this little girl that my friend, I met her when I was like a teenager in a chiropractor's office. She was a receptionist, and we've been friends ever since. And she has this beautiful daughter. And she has been my muse, so to speak. Let me see. That's Teddy Pig's pig. That was one of another first. So he gave me a picture of his pig. And then what I did was, I made the leg and the snout and the tail move. This I did a thing with farm tails, and it was a contest, and this was the bee that you see buzzing around the flowers. So that's for Hawaiian Fish. I made this for him, and I made it so that it just pokes his little nose up.
All right.
And this one I made from Mars, Utah. Like, I can't believe I don't have any of hers unless it's all the way at the bottom. I did wine and cheese. So there goes my Dirk. I don't think he likes it though. And this is a progress, so you could see how it's done. That was one of my husband's old coworker, Dana. She's our friend now. We hang out with her. This was her dog. She passed away, and she would always go to the bar with her. So I made a funny little picture for her. And it all started from beading, right? So I would sew these things together. That's that's my Chuck Norris. So you can see all of these things. Oh, this one's pretty cool. I don't know why I made it melt. I can't tell you, but
probably because of a sandwich.
Maybe. Maybe. But really quick for you pixel nuts out there, because I know Des Jack and Relix and Joey. I don't know if they watch this, but the Pixel Quest, there is a new quest. When they went into chapter 2, they stopped doing the quests. and there was no way to really get any reputation, and the reputation is vital for you to be able to sell things and do other stuff. So they made a new Maze Quest. I haven't done it yet. And they also updated crops, so that's something that you might want to check out. Yeah, and then that's it. I'm not going to do any races today, but I am going to do my NFT wheel. So my NFT wheel, let me get that up here, is something I created to give back to my fans. It's the one thing I don't give out because, it's the only way I can really make anything. So I don't want all of
I was on Blender last night trying to figure some of that out.
Oh, good for you, because that's not an easy thing. Blender is not easy.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to do some tutorials, and I'm like, yeah, I need more time to really sit and do it.
I'm lowering some of my windows because if I have too many windows open, I'll be frozen. And I'll be asking you if you want to build a snowman.
Let it go.
Let it go.
You got to let those windows go. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, and the music on this is so cool. So everybody that buys an MITM Schema NFT that comes out, they don't come out often. I think there's 5 out since I started this show. I believe there's a Halloween, there's a Christmas, there's a Valentine's, there is a 4th of July, and something else. I forgot. But there's only 5. And if you purchased one, you get your name on here. Now, if you purchase each of the 5, you get 5 names on here. There's a few people that have that. I believe Shaq and King Cody and maybe Goldie have all 5. But
well, Shaq, she's the overachiever of the bunch.
She is. I love her. So I love that about her. I don't know. Go big or go home. Get the hell out of here. Go to frig home. But this is my way of giving back for supporting my art, right? So I put your name on a wheel, and if you win, I do 1 or 2 rolls. I'll do 2 rolls now. If you win, you get to pick whatever you want, except for the arcade, because that's for layer 2 I'm working on with my husband. And everybody who has a residence in Bronxdale gets one for free, whereas everybody else will have to purchase it.
I was just looking. I am at the borderline of Bronxdale.
Oh, yeah.
I am the property right outside.
It's expensive. It is expensive. I locked that down. As soon as you help me, I appreciate the heck out of them. Mass and Dak helped me when they had the Spark Exchange long ago. Now they're more so into the URL, not so much that anymore. But back in the days, that's what they used to do. But yeah. Yeah, try to get in now, sucker. It's expensive. But yeah, you get to choose whatever you want. All I ask of you is to send me a DM. The people who win on here, send me a DM and let me know where you want it. You didn't verify in time. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to verify you. When you come into my Discord, people, you have to click on rules verify and click that button. I'm going to just give it to you because you're right here. I know you. So I'm going to make you a member, and then you get to see the entire Discord because there's so many bot attacks lately, and they'll put those really spammy links and they'll put it as if it's an announcement, right? So people think it's you making an announcement.
Oh yeah.
So it's a really great way. I'll let you know the name of the bot if you want and how to set it up. It's really easy, but it's a great way to kind of like prevent that. What was I talking about? Let me spin this wheel.
You're talking about the prizes. What you get to choose.
Oh yeah, you get to choose whatever.
Everything but the arcade.
Anything but the arcade. And if it's a fence piece, you get to choose 2 fence pieces. If it's anything besides that and not the arcade, you get to choose 1. So I'm going to roll this beautiful bean footage twice. Oh, LeBan! Woohoo! Let me write that down. And I put it all in my contest section so people can see. LeBan won NFT wheel spin. Let me know Pixel Palace piece and where in DM. Boop. And it also ensures people watch the show because I'll put it there, but you have to like kind of be active and request it. That way, like I'm not chasing anybody, and it's just a really easy way for me to get prizes out. Like if you really want the prize, you're going to DM me. Right. All right. So I'm going to remove this and uno más. Viva! Woo! Viva
All
las
right.
Upland.
Congratulations.
Same as above. All right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then you see how it says remove or remove all. If I was to do another wheel spin, I would only just remove this one instance because he purchased other NFTs, not from like let's say not 2 Halloween ones, but he purchased like let's say a Halloween one and a Valentine's one. So it's the same schema but 2 separate kinds.
Yeah.
Stop screen. No. And I think that's it. That is it. What a great show. Thank you for coming on so last minute because I literally asked you today after our wonderful conversation and I really appreciate it. This was a great
you had about 3.5 hours. Can you
I'm
like,
I'm talking to you and your wife in the car as you go into Hobby Lobby. Dude. All right. Everybody in the audience. So CityPigeon's wife makes onesies, right? For babies. But I'm like, what if she made onesies for us Uplanders? Like, would you? I would. Like, if I said, all right, I want like assorted cheeses on it, and I gave my size, I gave my measurements, and it was a kind of like MetaVenture type thing or an Upland business. Would you guys partake? Let me know in the comments. Maybe we can get a business going for Mrs. Pigeon, Mrs. City Pigeon. Well, I would so do it.
We have matching pigeon tattoos.
Oh, is it in a place where you can show it? Oh, that is so dope. Oh my God. Should I get him more cheese?
That's up to you.
I don't have any.
She just has just the pigeon. She doesn't have the city pigeon because I'm city pigeon. So
she's the suburb pigeon. That's awesome. But yeah, this was so much fun. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and anytime you want to come on, promote your stuff, or just be a guest host, like definitely poke me. Like anybody anybody in the Upland who wants to, shout from the rooftops their thing. This is for you guys. This is not for me. And I just want to get you guys out there. Grizzly, come into MITM, man. We miss you. Even if it's just to say, hey, baby, I got your money. Don't you worry. I said, hey. All right. So do you I don't know if you watch my shows. I don't know if you know my end show tagline, but you know,
no. I know you like to sing and come up with songs, though.
stay fresh cheese bags.
Okay.
Okay, so take us out of here, City.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.